Tap Man said, let's go.
There we go. Hey, yo, listen, it's Hip Hop Talks, your girl Honeydew, aka Honey. And today on the show, we got none other than your boy Rashaun Will. Holla
Yeah,
at your fans. Tell them what's up.
I'm in the building,
Yeah.
live from New York right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. I'm feeling good.
NYC.
I'm with the Hip Hop Talks crew, Honeydew.
There you go. There you go. And I'm loving it. Yo, y'all just missed it. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. Maybe the equipment was recording it. However, it'll be edited. He was dropping some knowledge. And I'm telling y'all, like he said, he old school, Tupac, work
Yeah,
ethic in the
work
building.
work ethic is impeccable. It says a lot about your character when people see you work, when they watch you work, because you carry that through life. You know what I'm saying? It's like whether you work and going to a 9 to 5, even if you don't want to go there, but you still got to give it your A1 regardless. You know what I'm saying? Whether you gotta take a test or you practicing your basketball skills. You know what I'm saying? Like it shows in your character. Like I always use Michael Jordan and like LeBron and these guys as an example. While everybody's partying us off season, LeBron's in that gym working hard, training, while everybody's like, yo, I'm off, I'm partying. Then they coming into the new season 20 pounds overweight. LeBron coming in looking like a machine. It's like, yeah, what y'all been doing? That's how your work ethic speaks through everything that you do.
There you go. Y'all heard it. Rashawn is giving y'all the keys to
But
success.
with music, that's why I was like, I mean, I may look young, but I'm an '80s baby, and I come from an era where I got to see the OGs, Big Daddy Kane,
There you
KRS
go.
One,
There you go.
from the Bronx, and and seen it from the ground up, and I was taught, yo, be a professional about everything that you do.
There you go.
Everything. It's rap, but treat it like you going to a 9 to 5.
It's show business. It's
Yeah,
entertainment business. The
yeah,
business is on there.
yeah.
And you do look very young because I only thought you were maybe like 20.
Everybody that sees me, they're like, yo, you like 20, 21 years old. And I'm like, I disclose my age, and then they like, what?
Well, I tell you what, your parents passed you on some optimum genes, and whatever you do and however you live in your life.
Oh, that's
And
because, I got a valuable answer for that. I ain't popping mollies. I ain't out here sipping lean. I'm not out here. I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't drink no more. So, I mean, I'm strictly water, no soda, no juice. You know what I mean? I take care of myself. So, we see a lot of people going out early. I
there
ain't
you
trying to go
go.
out early.
There you go. Oh my Lord, I admire you. I just admire your lifestyle, your private lifestyle, your business lifestyle. You know, you winning on all fronts, and to me, that is a very smart man. So please do let us know when the book is dropping.
Yeah, look, it's funny you mentioned that because I said I was like, if I ever did a E True Hollywood story, they're gonna have to do like a 5 chapters to it because it's a lot that I've been through. From the '90s on, I done been through a lot in the music business, in the streets, and just in life. Period. Like I've seen a lot of the world. So it can't be no half an hour, 1 hour segment. It's not enough. I need more time.
That's where it's at. You know, respect on that. I would salute you for hitting on these critical points because here at Hip Hop Talks, we hold it down and we represent and we are a platform for indie artists and as well as unsigned artists. And what you're bringing to your interview on Hip Hop Talks is invaluable. And for those artists that will be tuning in to check out what you're giving in this interview, and you're hitting on all the keys of a foolproof success that you could possibly give it. The powers that be, we can't control that, but the things that we do have in our power and control is a recipe for almost guaranteed success.
Well, I mean, I try to be different. I don't. I'm not. I go by like if you got the knowledge but you're not spreading it, then what good is the knowledge? You know what I'm saying? So, and in me, I came through the game and just green. You know what I mean? I was a kid.
Wow.
When I was in my first bidding war for a record deal, I was 16,
Wow.
and I didn't know shit about the business. I didn't have no manager, no lawyer, no nothing. All I know, I had, these millionaires. I had Clive Davis, Sylvia
Wow.
Stone. A lot of these people just calling my house phone. I'm coming home from school. My mother like, yeah, Ja Rule call your house. Irv Gotti, they calling here. Bad Boy Records is calling here. Like, it was calling my house.
Wow.
And you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I was very young, and then ever since then, that's when it kind of got real serious. Like, all right, you know what? I got the talent because I put a little something out there for the people. Basketball was my first love, and then due to like health concerns and stuff that was going on in my life at that time, I couldn't play ball no more.
Mm-hmm.
So then I had to focus fully on music. So then that's when I went full force with the music, and ever since then, my history is very long. Because I come from an era there wasn't no internet. There wasn't no YouTube, wasn't no MySpace, wasn't no Facebook, no Twitter, no social media. Back then, we just got dial-up internet shit. So
Facts.
if you wasn't in the streets during my era, nobody don't know. And I was in the streets. I was on tours. I was running around, and I went by a different name then. I went by Stress.
Oh.
And then over the period of time, I grew out of it and I changed my brand. So it's a lot I could talk about. I've been nominated for Underground Music Awards. I've been on the Billboard charts. I had a single that was out 2 years ago that was #2 on iTunes in Europe, on the dance charts and EDM charts called Just Like That. I had that. I've met just about everybody in the game, so there's nobody I haven't really been around.
Well, you know what? I definitely salute you. Total respect. And I'm glad also you touched on that in regards to, because see, a lot of people look at me and think, okay, it's 100. I'll be 48. I'm 48. So I'm straight up out of that era, and seeing, Pac, seeing all these people on tour, seeing Prince on tour, also coming from a music background myself, singing with my sisters. We're in a 5-girl group called Diamond Air, aka America's Five. But when people's minds not right, then everybody start dropping off. You keep it moving. The entertainment industry and the business was always in my blood, and it's still in my blood, and I love it. But what you say is absolutely 110% fact, because I'm from that area thick. And you're right. In order, what the youngsters have to opportunity today, we had none.
They got it easier now because I came from the era where, like, you couldn't say you was nice. You had to prove it. So I was going through boroughs, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, Harlem. Like my older cousins, they was taking me into hoods, the roughest neighborhoods.
Wow.
And it's like, yo, who the hottest over here? And I was battling literally like the whole buildings, projects. Like, dudes was coming out of the projects like this. That's him? And we get into it right then and there, face to face. It wasn't none of this now where, artists don't have to do anything but sit on their laptops, their computers, and do that. No, like, it was like, yo, you heard somebody was hot over there. Well, you can't mess with my dude. So you got to go over there and battle that dude. And it was your block versus this block, and your clique versus this clique. And then, you know what I mean? It was just live like that. Now I look at the game now, and I'm like, dudes don't want to ever have a face-to-face confrontation with. See, battle rap is battle rap.
Right.
But nobody that claim that they that ill want to ever have a face-to-face confrontation. They what they do, they go to the studio and they throw their little disc record, go put it on the internet, and then they fans, they little stands in them, they jump on the bandwagon, yeah, but you don't ever want to see that person face-to-face because it goes down. If you're a real MC, it goes down.
See?
Like,
straight
right there, the spot. It isn't no, let me write a first group. No, right there. And that's the difference between what you call these rappers and then an MC.
There you go. Hey, Rashaun he carved it out for you. He spelled it out for you. Dotted the I's and crossed the T's. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, so if any of you indie artists out there or any unsigned artists are peeping Rashaun Will's interview today on Hip Hop Talkx, please, take note in what he just communicated to you all, because he's telling you got it a lot easier than the 90s, where he's from, where he's out of. And out of New York, out of all cities.
Yeah. And New York is right. me be born and raised in New York, it's not what it used to be, because this generation now, they're coming up on, Future, the Soulja Boys, Gucci Mane. This is the stuff that they're coming up on. So my era, I had Pop, Big Daddy Kane, Carrot. I had all these dudes, Rakim.
Nas, come on.
It's of course I can't relate to what a kid is bumping now. A kid be like this, yo, I like this, and I'm like, what? But because I'm from New York, and New York was never built on that. It was built on MCing. Now these kids in New York, all trap music, everything is turned up. Let's get up, bouncing. Nobody cares about lyrics anymore. I mean, I'm not trying to shit on them, but look at Designer. The Panda. I thought he was from Atlanta. And so they was like, he from Brooklyn. I'm like, what? He's from Brooklyn. And that's why I have to like, damn, like the game is entirely changed now. It's like, it ain't even about regional no more, because back then you knew who was from where. So when a rapper opened his mouth, oh, you from New York. Oh, you from Atlanta. Oh, you from Cali. Oh, now if a rapper opened his mouth, I'd be like,
I'm kind of tripped up on this one.
Because I remember doing a show. I did a show at Webster Hall. And I think I was the only New York rapper that kept it in New York at the show. Where they was looking at me like, where the hell he come from? Like, nah, nigga, I'm from New York.
God.
I'm repping my city. This is what and because everybody that came on, because I was a featured act. So I was headlining.
Wow.
All of the acts that came on before me was, I swore, was like Atlanta, Miami music. It was just, and I'm sitting there like this, like, yo, like, what happened to the scene? So then when it come down to me get up there, and it was a This Is 50 joint.
Oh, wow.
So they brought me out as special guest. And when my music dropped, I just went straight into it, barring off. They're looking at me like, what is going on here? What is this sound? I'm like, this is what New York used to sound like.
Camp Low.
Got off the stage, the people were just like, yo, you killed it. That's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, you could do this too, but you choose to go chase and follow the other artists from other towns and try to be them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm
you stand true.
We didn't condone trying to be like somebody.
No.
We condone that.
That's not New York.
Queens sounded like Queens.
See?
Brooklyn sounded like Brooklyn. Bronx had their sound. Harlem, like Dipset, had their whole little way.
Yes.
That's how it was. Now everybody sounds like one guy. Future is hot right now. Everybody sounds like Future. Last year it was Migos. Then it's Drake. Like, y'all all sound like one guy. And it's like, yo, man, like, I understand if your voice tone is similar to another guy, because you can't do anything about that. That's what you got. But your style doesn't have to be mimicking what somebody else is doing. And it's really like, that's when I realized, like, I'm really an old head now.
Actually, thank God you are around, because that bothers me, because like on Hip Hop Talkx, we, our motto here is the streets own hip hop, and it all originated out of New York.
Yeah.
So like when I'm listening to Camp Low, Dipset, Nas, I'm listening to Jay, LL,
Oh, matter of fact, they was out there on tour when I was out on tour in Germany. I just came back off tour from Germany.
That's nice.
Camp Low was there. We was kind of like missing each other by like 1 or 2 days. Like, I did a show here, and then they came behind me and they did the show there, and then I went to the next city, then they came to that city, then it was like
y'all all over the place.
Yeah, so it was like, but you know what? And they like, my guy was with them, and they said the same thing. He was like, yo, man, like, the people in Europe respect hip hop, real hip hop, more than the people back home in America. So you'll see a lot of guys overseas touring, but you'll never see them in the States. And I realized that I was like, my music doesn't fit this market.
Right.
Because when I step up there, it's just like, you're going to have to listen.
Right.
And what is it? Because I'm not coming up there to talk about, I'm banging, packing, nooking, who. I'm not doing that. It's just, I understand we like to party and turn up, but yo, come on, man. Everything is the same thing.
Yes, you got to have clear cut bars, minimum 16, and they got to be chock full of message.
I go against the grain because some cats be like, yo, you can't do that. That's not gonna work with this today's market. I go against the grain.
I like that.
Like, I'm doing what I want to do.
That's right.
You don't like it, then it ain't for you. I can't please everybody.
That's right.
So, and like last minute, it was like, yo, you need to switch your songs or do something else. And I was like, nah. I'm sticking with this. I'm gonna do what I do. When I went there and when the set started off, people were running from the back, like,
wow.
Like, yo,
see,
that shit's crazy right there. And then I had to just give them the look, like, nigga, I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
It's just because people still want to hear hip hop.
Right.
It's that artists are scared to give it to them.
Exactly. Because they want to go where the fans go, but you can't. For me, what I see, and I meet a lot of different independent artists, and all that you have communicated has been nothing but fact. And it's not you riding somebody else's wave. You catching your wave, and let all the spectators, fans, and everybody's ear come to you.
My favorite artist is Jay-Z, because he's always been a trendsetter.
There you go.
And he had a line that he said, don't go with the flow, be the flow.
There you go.
And that's some real shit, because I always say, like, yo, man, I'm not trying to go this way. If everybody's running over there, I'm going over here.
And I'm going to follow you instead.
Because I never was raised to be a follower, even as a kid. You know what I mean? I always had my own brain, like, nah, I ain't with all of that. Even when they was like, everybody was like going against me. Nah, we over, well, then y'all go over there. I'm over here with it.
Y'all go, keep on.
Boss. So that boss mentality was instilled into me, like, yo, don't ever follow no man. Don't count no man's pockets. Don't worry about what another man got in his bank. Don't worry about what he's doing over there. What's working for him over there, let him do that over there. You do what works for you. And that's just what I do to this day. And that's why I've been able to, now in 2016, a lot of cats I came up around, they done dropped off. Because when you following somebody, you're only going to go as further as that person go.
There you go.
So when they decide to stop, now you stop. Like, all right, what do I do now? I always try to be an innovator and go all the way around. That's how I ended up in Europe, running around out there. Meanwhile, everybody's still trying to figure out how can they get over there, and I'm already.
You've been on the plane.
I come back home and I'm like, you still trying to figure it out? So, and that's the thing, is like, the internet, I can say the internet, there's no excuse. If you have street hustle and you know how to move, if you come from my era where we didn't have this, you should be happy you have this now, because you know what? It cuts a lot of the work.
There you go.
I don't have to, because think about it. Back then, I remember I had vinyls.
Solid, you can something you can hold.
A big ass black record that I had to press up like 200-300 of these and go run around the city and hit every DJ face to face. Like, yo, here's my record. Yo, could you play my record? See? Like, I was running down on Enough, Envy, running down on these cats, Flex, all of them. Yo, play my record. Records. This is before the email blasts, and now you could just say, yo, hey, I'm going to email it to you. No, I had to go to the club, find these niggas, and be like, yo, here.
See?
Can you please play my record? These kids now, I'm like, yo, y'all got it the easiest now. You just get somebody email, blast them the record, and hope they open it and then listen to it and take it. When now, back then, it was like, yo, where you gonna be at tonight? With that club? Yo, we running down on them in this club. We in there.
That's
we running
right.
Club, like, yo, but the record's like
just hauling.
Yeah, so I'm like, I backpack, like we had book bags jumping on the 2 train, the 1, the D, we jumping on the A. I come from that era where it was footwork.
Yes.
Now it's like,
you right, footwork, that hustle, that grind.
Yeah, it's the grind, and I'm like, yo,
Not
nobody.
yeah,
It's just
you not sitting with the iPad or the iPhone and you using your mind and your thoughts.
to a certain extent, I hate social media.
You know what it tends to get
I
to me
hate,
too.
I hate it. Reason why I hate it is because artists became enabled. They feel like, all right, you got 1,000 followers, then you go, okay, then you got 5